Potent pondering back if you was wandering. Yo, please come in, thumbs up this video, subscribe to this channel, get this video to 1,000 likes, thumbs up. We gotta talk about the people being slick. Yes, Cardi B, she thinks she's slick. What did Gallem do? What she do? We gonna get straight into it because I know the plays and people think that they so slick. Listen, but I know I'm not like Neo and I'm not so sick, but you so sick. So let's talk about it. So y'all know that Cardi B been striking, been trying to come back, you know, this year, the album that she supposed to be coming, right? She came out with a track last week with Partisan Fontaine and it's just not the same and the tracks just can't maintain, no traction, no action. Listen, tough actor to acting. So listen, Toot That Up flopped. Now this week she's back with this track with DJ Khaled, who on a blood clot track right there. Well, let's see. So it's a song called Higher Love from the Smurfs movie soundtrack. Now you know people, they think just because you're on the soundtrack that it's gonna go up. It's, you know, they think in their training wheels is that they see how Nicki did it on the Barbie soundtrack. Like Barbie, or the Barbie, you know, Nicki killed that. You know, she did it with Ice Spice and, you know, what's his name, Riot? He did the beat and it went up. Big things like one dope, right? Now, Cardi, she came out with this song Higher Love and she's on the song with 10 other migrants, but she's the star on the song with DJ Khaled, you know? And I don't understand why this song right now is sitting at number 126 on the US iTunes. They need to put an SOS out to buy soon. And then also they said that the song got 2,000 streams the first day. I don't know, that has to be fake. They said that she has the record-breaking lowest streams for a female rapper. Cardi B is huge. I mean, it probably take 5-10 people to get 2,000 streams. Listen, this song right now is sitting at number 126 on iTunes. We would never do that to Nicki. Today is Saturday. The song just came out yesterday. You understand? So yo, I think, and this song is licensed by Roc Nation, so they're in bed with Roc. So it says Doechii Trill under an exclusive license to Roc Nation. Listen, they probably, you know, these labels, they get certain you know, little updates and memos, and they probably like, oh, we have a soundtrack thing coming out or this and that, and they probably expected Cardi team probably seeing it like, oh, soundtrack, Barbie World, and you know, they always copy and trace and they want to be like Nicki so bad. Listen, this is my thoughts. You don't have to reflect away, but I've noticed that Cardi's copied and traced. Just like Nicki was online last night, she posted up a video showing her hair and all of that, right? And now all of a sudden, listen, real hair, fake hair, whatever the case may be. Just like Cardi came back online and now she posting videos and all of this and being in her real hair. It's like this girl got the single black female, like for real. Like, you ever seen that movie Obsessed? Like, yo, they want to be like the best, but they can't even say it with their chest. It's so sad. Like, yo, I really feel like Cardi B is going through something psychologically because she knows that the tables have turned. She knows that the tables have turned. But let me take you down the trip down memory lane just to tell you how I used to give up the commentary before, right? Back in 2018, 19, whenever the year was when Cardi B came out with money, she was supposed to come out with a new album around then. It was 2017, 18, 19, whatever, right? She's supposed to come out with an album then. Then she came out with Please Me and all of that. And then we led up into the pandemic time, and I felt like she personally used that time frame as a crutch not to drop. Think about the pandemic, 2020, 2019, right? We are now in 2025. We 3 months in, right? And she's supposed to be making some announcement that she's coming soon or whatever. You waited so long, and you want to know, people could try to overlook this and make it seem like she got whip shots with the dots and all of that with the bots. But I want to tell you something. A lot of that time was wasted wondering and watching and plotting and planning to see what Nicki was going to do. Now, Nicki done already dropped the album, which I felt like she didn't even fully promote to her full capacity. Nicki done dropped the album, done went on tour. Pink Friday 2, not only is that not my favorite album by Nicki, but I felt like she didn't really push the era because I felt like Nicki sat back on her, you know, she sat back and was happy because she had a successful tour. She put all the budget. We seen the budget. We went to the Pink Friday 2 tour. We seen it. We seen what she invested in the stage show and all of that. I felt like that was really good. The optics were great, right? But I felt like the era kind of like suffered on the end of pushing the videos and, you know, just little things like that, right? because it was like when the album came out, she kind of hit the road within like the next 2 months. It was like really no, she did a little interviews the first 2 weeks, but that was that, right? But I still give her credit because nobody else could do that. And she was the best selling female rapper, dropping in December of 2023. And she was the best selling in December from 1 month of dropping in 2023 into the whole year of 2024. And she's still the best selling in 2025, right? Cardi, where you at, right? Now, I personally think this. Now, listen, don't give up and don't think like it ain't nothing brewing and going on. Atlantic Records is going to push a payola single into Cardi B with her. I'm telling you. But if they looking at the writings on the walls, if the people at the labels are looking at the numbers like I would be. Listen, if I worked at the record label and Cardi B was over there and I looked at her track history and seeing what she did in the past and what she was capable to do, these numbers would concern me. Smurfs, this soundtrack, it's like you picked her to be the leading single. This is the leading single from this soundtrack. Where is the star power at? Where's the organic push at? But you know what? This is also identical to what she had when they made it seem like she was the female rapper who put all these girls on. What was that soundtrack she did for that Netflix special? And that flopped too. The writing was on the wall then. Listen, let me just tell you something, right? The way that these people conspire, plot, and plan behind the scenes, right? Atlantic could try to rush a single and you're going to have to put payola into it. You're going to have to release multiple versions and multiple copies and multiple different alternative copies of an album covers to an album to get people to try to buy into it and get sales, right? You're going to have to do that. You're going to have to do it each and everything. That's why I told you the girl is probably going to come out with a visual album because not only does she need the song streams, but she needs the video streams to make it a good first week. I'm telling you, I know this. She's weak and wounded right now. And there's just no traction there for her. There's not. I don't care what you say. We would have had that single with Partisan Fontaine debut at number 89 at bare minimum. And I think we would have did up closer than that. What we do with Move Your Hips, what did Move Your Hips debut at? And there was so much drama and trauma behind it. You see how we bought that, purchased it? Because listen, I don't care even if you say the Nicki fan base is not the only fan base who mass buy and support and all of that. All of the different fan bases do. You know, the Koreans, they got that shit down pat. They got it down pat, right? So I just think that there's an issue. There's a clear issue when people are not trying to address it because she get online, try to have a beat face, try to have these fashions and all of these people gassing, but she's not really reaching the bar. She's not. It's crazy to me. But listen, I want to know how you feel about it. Cardi, Smurfs movie, y'all should be embarrassed of yourself. How you trying to get the superstar like she gonna take it super far? Listen, you ain't seen the writings on the wall from all of her prior releases? You ain't see it? Now, I think people are going to be looking at this. Y'all need to rush a new single. Now, we seen that Rihanna was also on the Smurf soundtrack, right? They should have just put that out. You seen how, like, the Barbie movie, the soundtrack was so successful. You seen all of the great artists who were involved with that whole soundtrack. All of those songs went up so much to the point when we was at the Grammys last year, these songs, Billie Eilish song was winning. Nicki Minaj song was supposed to win the best rap with Ice Spice, but then they put Killer Mike. But it was so many good songs. Like, this is trash. And she talking about her bodies in Bangladesh. Shut that up. Shut it up. So anyway, let's move on. The next topic I want to talk about is Nicki Minaj and Doechii, right? Doechii came out with a song with, was it Lisa? Was it Jenny? Lisa or Jenny? I think Doja Cat just had a song with Jenny. But anyway, Doechii, it's this whole big conversation around her, and I actually put something, I made some statements online too, right? In regards to this matter. And what I personally feel is though when it comes to Doechii, it's one thing. Let me just tell you something. I'm being fully transparent as possible, right? You can be inspired by somebody, but you don't take and you don't run with it and try to give it up like them. It's so many different YouTubers who I am inspired by, not so many, there's a very few, but and I like the way that they are, but it would be fraudulent for me to give it up like them and just come across like them. And even though people do that all the time and they make it seem like you don't see it, listen, like the ones who are really potent, I be seeing people take my tweets and use it into, different talking points and shit like that. People do stuff like that all the time and they don't think that you know about it, but I'm aware of it, right? and that just comes with the territory or whatever. But when it comes to the actual, like when you're an artist and it's like a person can listen to you and they can hear clearly where you got your inspiration from, that's one thing, right? Like even Foxy Brown spoke on that. She was like, it's okay if you like Lil Kim and you like Jay-Z and you like Nas and Biggie and all them. She said, take a little piece or whatever. But when you trying to do the whole thing, every time Doechii opens up her mouth, I hear Azealia Banks and Nicki Minaj and Azealia Banks. And I think that she intentionally does it. You want to know why? Because in a brainiac mind, a person is saying, well, if I can convince the listener to be like, oh, you know, say for example if Nicki and Azealia is steak and lobster, right? Well, if I can sound like steak and lobster, I might not be like that, but I can get the listener to listen and enjoy the music. Trust me, I already know. People be listening. I'm watching this road eyes open, but I am still proud of Doechii. And I'm still happy that there's a black woman in the industry and, you know, whatever waves that she's making. I felt like Doechii should have been at the Roots picnic. I don't know why Lotto was there. She's flopping bad. And even though Doechii is not all the way up there with sales or whatever, I felt like she had a bigger impact this year than Lotto. I don't know why Lotto was going to be at the Roots picnic. That's dumb as hell to me. But anyway, right? As it pertains to Doechii, like I felt as though that people was on Doja's ass so much that she had to pivot and switch her style. And I said that, you know, Doechii needs to pivot and switch her style up because it's too much Nicki. The way that she sounds is just like, I never want to come across as anybody else when I have a working brain. Do you know that people have strokes? People get into car accidents. They get, you know, different reasons. You know, they can't think logically. They can't come across with their, like, I am blessed. We're in our right state of mind. Anybody watching this video, you're in your right state of mind. You are creative in your own zone. Why do you have to steal somebody else's shit to come across because you figure people like them? And, you know, if I act like them or if I come across like, no, they still not going to like you. It's still not going to go up like the original source. It's not. And I think people have it in their mind that they can do these things and that they can get whatever fan base to be like, oh, I do like their, like, no, listen, I will say it right now. I remember when Doechii, I heard a lot of her earlier music before she even got, you know, got this type of attention, whatever. She still sounded like Nicki then. And now I think it's weird to a lot of people because during that whole Megan and Nicki thing, Doechii unfollowed Nicki, right? So it's like, you can't be trying to like sound like a person, like even if you didn't unfollow her, don't be you. Like you're in the game to have your own individualism and sell your product and be you. You're going to turn back when you're 60 like, damn, I did sound like Nicki. You 40s like, damn, I did. You used your whole canvas to be like somebody else. And that's something I will never do. I don't care how many views I get, how many views I don't get. You want to look back and be like, I was totally being myself. I don't know. Does Doechii feel good with doing that? Is it a blatant, you know, is she blatantly doing this because, you know, she pretty much attacked Azealia Banks online when she was like, oh, I gave it up to you and, you know, I bowed down and this and that, right? Nicki ain't giving her no type of attention or mention at all, but I just find it strange where people trying to make it seem like it's not happening. It definitely is happening. And for you to be in the peak of your career and, you know, I ain't gonna say she in her peak because she's going to continue going on and I'm still happy for her. This conversation does not mean that I'm not happy for Doechii, but have your own sound. Come across the way that like, but maybe her sound is Nicki and Azealia Banks. I heard it even in that JT song that she got, Alter Ego, is the way that she's rapping is just like Azealia Banks. I'm telling you. And I'm going to say this and I'm going to end the video. I remember in 2015 when the Pink Print came out. So it was Broke with Expensive Taste, the Pink Print. And I'm telling you, I don't care what you say. I can listen to Nicki so much, but then there's times when I need a break from her. I'm a human being. I like variety, right? And I remember back in that era where it was just like, it was Angel Hayes was out. It was so many different female rappers, right? I could stop listening to Nicki for a few days and I'd be like, okay, I'm about to get into this Broke with Expensive Taste. Because it's just like, I like the flair that Azealia Banks has where she doesn't rap in punchlines back to back all the time. It's just like she has a certain different type of quality to her music that's different from Nicki. When we listen to all these artists and they all trying to do punchlines that sound the same, it gets whack to me and it gets redundant. It's just like in content when you see me doing different videos where my videos where I might do not music related, they may not get as many views right now, but as long as I keep doing it, it will get up. And the reason I started doing that is because I get bored with doing the same thing all the time. I could do these videos in my sleep and talk and do commentary. It's really easy to me. It's really easy, but you need to advance yourself. You need to learn more, read more, watch different content. So that's what type of wave that I'm on right now. But I don't know, like, you know, maybe Doechii is being pushed by her label to come across as Nicki. Like, That's what I'm thinking. It could be that, or maybe she's merely just inspired off of Nicki and Azealia Banks, and that's all that she can get up. And maybe she really doesn't have an identity. Listen, I want to know what y'all think about it. Let me know what you think about Cardi B upsetting the damn. I know Roc Nation is mad because they the one who licensed this song. You put this girl on a damn soundtrack and it sound whack, huh? You thought that she was gonna get it off the map? She tried to come back with that Barbie World type of. I'm telling you, she wanted that Barbie World campaign, but she couldn't do the damn thing, huh? Yeah. She couldn't do the damn thing. You picked the wrong one. She on a song with 10 migrants trying to get the water out the hydrant, trying to hype it. Listen, I want to know what y'all think about that. Flops on the soundtrack and it sound whack. I want to know what you think about Doechii trying to emulate Nicki Minaj. Also Azealia Banks. Can't forget about that. I guess when she get on her rap, she's like Nicki. And then when she get on her pop house gay type music, she does the Azealia Banks. Where is your identity? Still proud of you, black girl. Get your money, do your thing. They done pushed and promoted Cardi B, so I can't be mad for what you do. Even when Doja was still in Nicki flow, she got tired of that, and then she switched it up. And you know, Doja is really an art girl, so she could do different things and come with pop songs and right the wrong. You understand? So listen, Potent Ponder, and subscribe to this channel. Thumbs up the video. The Cash App is in the description. Please support the channel. You know, support the channel and the handle. You know what I'm saying? So listen, I'm up out of here. Peace.